Hi everyone, welcome. It's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read today, and I actually asked to focus on abundance blocks. So we have some good information coming up about that. And again, this is for the Divine Masculine within the Masculine, but also the Divine Masculine within the Feminine. Okay, and there's definitely anger and abundance blocks definitely coming up today. And the right knee block was coming up yesterday as well, and that has to do with anger as well. So, getting right into this, I did do the 12 signs as well, and we'll get to that after the masculine read. I woke up today at 9:11, and then I started writing my notes down at 11:09, so that was pretty cool. Let's see here. The numbers, so the numbers 117, the 7s and 1s, as well as 7 2s were coming up, as well as 25s and 52s for me. And then as soon as I put down the read, that was done at 12:12, so that was cool too. And I finished arranging them by 12:13 for the masculine. And again, this is a Divine Masculine abundance block read, but specifically to the Divine Masculine, covering the masculine within the feminine as well. The major arcana were alchemy, which is like the temperance card, abundance, which is like the empress, and the higher self. Before the read was the hangman, the hanging man in this deck, the Syrian starseed deck. And after the read came up the starseed, which is like the fool. There were 2 cups, 4 wands, so a lot of action and physical activity today. 1 pentacle and 1 sword. So pentacles are very much about practical things, money, but also time, energy, just practical things of a practical nature that you do each day. And then swords has to do with what's on your mind, your words that you speak, your logic. And then the cups, of course, have to do with emotions and our heart-based feelings. So the court cards were the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and after the read we had the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles come up. And it was interesting how the court cards came up today, because they came up in a square. So we have the Knight of Wands over there in the recent past position, and then the crowning position is the Queen of Pentacles, the foundation position is the Queen of Cups, and then over here is the Empress here in the near future. So that square, we have 3 parts feminine, 1 part masculine. So it's kind of indicating the kind of energy we need to rebalance the masculine scales of the past 2,000 years to bring it into balance with the feminine. Also, of those 4, the only one that was upright was the Queen of Pentacles in the crowning position. Okay, so that's the present position for the Divine Masculine, or what's in his mind at the moment. So the coding today was all about health, financial discipline, and spirituality. So again, about abundance blocks. If you don't have your health, there is no abundance, right? Because you can't appreciate your life. So that's like number 1, to make sure to stay healthy, and that has to do with your physical body, your emotional, your spiritual bodies, all of it. Financial discipline, being moderate with your finances, enjoying yourself, but also taking care of your responsibilities, but doing it with joy. Don't do things that you don't love to do. If you love to do them, you'll be willing to do the parts of it that need to be done that you don't really want to do all the time. Like cleaning the house. There'll be a day that comes around that you'll finally get inspired to do it. But also spirituality. Make sure you have some kind of spiritual practice each day. The coding, again, was about the feminine energy, about the masculine bringing the feminine energy in. The Sophia and the 8, which has to do with the dance within of your masculine and feminine within, and keeping it balanced, and dancing to keep it in balance, that constant back and forth between masculine and feminine. To clear the Empress, or the wise one of abundance, of fidelity, of the 2 in the alchemization process, the alchemization of the union with the Divine Feminine, the masculine and the feminine. The Sophia is the bridge, the gateway, to clear that way, that path for abundance. The wise one of the Empress, when she's in her power and upright, of fidelity, of the 2, the High Priestess, to alchemize also not only the masculine and the feminine, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, but also the karmic in the situation, because you are all connected within the soul family in your contracts to balance between all of you. The wise one, the Empress, off the I, the lowercase I is the chakra system. The fidelity to yourself, you know, keeping your chakra system in balance, connecting with your higher self, using your abilities of the High Priestess, of both of you, the two, in order to alchemize between you, extending love and higher vibrations to everyone around you, including the karmic, which represents the third energy. There's always going to be a third or a fifth or a seventh, all those odd numbers, to expand the balance, to expand you again, to knock you off balance, to crack your heart open, to expand you even more. The Sophia 8, to the nth degree, clearing the Trinity. And I was also getting the message here that one size fits all, to include everyone. Okay? The 3, the Trinity's 3, the masculine, the feminine, the third energy, which represents a lot of the time in my reads as well. The Queen of Wands represents that third energy as well as the karmic. Also the end of karma as the Omega, the 24th letter. And the Divine Feminine dance is the bridge or the gateway, taking the high road of the Divine Feminine to be love to everyone. Even when you go off path, to come back to your chakra system and balance your chakra system and your heart again. Come back to your heart space, to alchemize with everyone in the situation, to be love. To not be love to anyone is to create an abundance block. All right, and also abundance breaks down to a BUN dance. BUN is the marker for your kidney function. So your kidneys and your liver are natural transmuters of your physical body. So again, it's saying make sure to transmute all negative energies. Any negativity you have is a block to your abundance. So that's the first message that comes through here. The numbers here were number 5 on the code line. It was 3 and 2 and 5. So again, we go back from the 3 to the 2, the 3 to the 2. You know, we vibrate 0, 1, 0, 1. We're always going from the odd to the even, to the balanced to the out of balance in order to expand and bring back to balance again. This is the dance. The 13 also comes up of the ending, the allowing the complete transformations of the 8 and the 3 and the 2. Then 333 came up, and so that's Trinity again. The 66 came up as the Queen of Pentacles. 36, which is the 10 of Wands, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, and also carrying too much burden. The 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, jump right into it. Jump into love. The 56 of the being in your knowing, the 2 of Swords. The 68 of the Page of Pentacles, the opportunity to learn, to be the perpetual student. The 12 of the Wisdom, the 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the Mary Magdalene energy, the 9 of Wands, and then 2411. So again, we bring in the Queen of Wands. That, you know, for me, Queen of Wands is more of the aggressive energy because it's wands. It's all about the physical, which is a more masculine, feminine, more passionate in that aggressive way, in the physical way. So 11 is Justice. So 24 is the Queen of Wands, and then 11 is the Justice. And mind you, my mother was, her soul number was 24, so I'm very familiar with that energy. And she's definitely very, you know, dominating in that masculine energy. She had a very bad temper as well. So the Divine Feminine dance, the bridge or the gateway, all of that plays into this. And as we start the read, we started on the 3 of Cups, which is the coming together in joy, except it's reversed in this read today. So we have here the 3 of Cups, and over here we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, which is chalices. They're crystals and chalices in this deck. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is the Trinity card in this deck, and then the Hanging Man here, and we have the higher self on the other end. So that was kind of paralleling the Hanging Man of the masculine and the higher self of the feminine, the toggling up and the toggling down. So we start out with those energies, you know, supposed to be coming together in joy and not. So that's another block. Not sharing, walking away and within. Work issues, not getting along at work, or third party through work, or hanging out and being wise to see new perspectives, but being in limbo for too long. Why stay in a place that's not joyful, or work that you don't like, or people you don't resonate with? Is that all there is? All right, so that's a block. Any kind of unhappiness is a block to your abundance. Defenseless to the energies, but happiness all around and a message of love, or a loving child, offering love to 10 others who also offer love. It's good to be defenseless to that kind of energy. All people are defenseless to love. The Empress reversed, with the Sovereign upright, parallels that same exact energy. Lack of abundance next to having everything without being bogged down by responsibility. Or the daughter offering love to her ill mother, or mean mother or boss, regardless of their response. It's only your responsibility to be love. The universe will take care of their wounds and rebalance of energies. Any kind of inequitable distribution will be redistributed automatically by the universe. You don't have to get even. You don't have to get justice. The university automatically rebalances things. 1242 is the Hangman and the Two of Cups. Connecting with each other is the most important thing. Offering love to a group who supports those who are defenseless, and Sovereign who cares for an ill or difficult mother. As my voice starts to go, only give if it truly comes from love, from your heart, and feels good. If it doesn't feel good, step away. Then they need to increase their vibration to bring you back in. Don't lower your vibration to meet them at their level. Allow them to raise their vibration to meet you at yours. The Divine Feminine little girl returns to the disconnected Divine Masculine adult, and he in turn to the world, and then to the sealed Divine Feminine in the etheric realms when he connects with Thoth and Metatron looking out as lookouts so you can look in. The Queen of Pentacles upright and the King of Swords reversed, she in her groundedness and he not in his truth, offering love to surrender his position. His negativity or negative self-talk streams into the earth where heart-shaped lily pads lay or leaves that have fallen as the clouds roll in, surrendering like the leaves that fall off the tree when they're too frail to hold on. Fall is the surrender, the Holy Communion into the Holy Grail, when the Divine Masculine recognizes his untruth, as I'm getting connection right now, and can fight it no longer. The 55 of 10, the 5 plus 5 is 10, or the 6 and 6 channels of 12 channels of streaming and using the dead leaves for decorations, sukkah, hanging old boots, or inverting to rebalance your body and hang out. Listening to music or hanging out by the water is soothing. Surrender to the peaceful moment, to not knowing it all and yet knowing at the same time. The little girl gives to the disconnected adult Divine Masculine, who then gives to the world, who in turn gives back to the adult Queen of Pentacles Divine Feminine, extending love to those not in their truth who have surrendered, offering love to those not enjoying, gossiping, overindulging, third-party escapism, instead of dealing with the pain, feeling into it, not avoiding it. See and feel the truth to transmute and shift your energy to joy. Fallen angels, impatience, and loss of temper out to be seen. Streetcar named Desire. I want now. You know, the kid who's throwing a temper tantrum. That kind of energy overturns the ship. Mutiny on the Bounty. The surrender in taking a swim against your will. Except you willed it. You forced it. Resistance to love. Fighting conflict. Competition is different from play. Desire is aggressive. Inspiration is expansive. Running a tight ship doesn't allow room for growth and expansion. Encouraging creativity. It rather stunts growth. It exposes the rudder, the udders, the underbelly, the vulnerabilities, allowing the competition to win because there is fear in this vulnerability. However, when there is love in vulnerability, it is a natural protectant, trust and faith, going with the flow, changing direction when needed, becomes easy. And that's at 109 to 110. So that's the Magician and the Hermit going to the Magician and the Turn for the Better with number 10. The Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card. And we're coming into October now. We're going from 9 to 10. From September of the endings, when all the leaves will fall, into October, where there is a turn for the better. The wheel turns forward. Religious factors comes up for the masculine here, which doesn't have to be religion. It's just about any differences causes polarity consciousness. And there will always be polarity consciousness in this realm, but we can minimize it by allowing our differences to be fine. That doesn't really matter. There's room for all of us to be who we are. And underneath that is engagement. So there's definitely a step up here in connection, and then dealing with those differences and coming together. The inequity, the not sharing equally. There's never exact equal or equality. You know, the universe takes care of that because we're human. It's too much for us. So allow the universe to take you with the flow. You don't have to work so hard, especially in deception. Not sharing equally and deception is out being seen. Also of deception of self, needing to express love feelings, the Page of Cups, and not able to find the words. But alcohol and depression are coming up as those overindulgences or addictions, codependencies, to mask the disconnection of the lovers, affection with others, without option, no choice, or you've decided not to choose and just stay where you are in that uncomfortable place. Affection for two lovers is disconnect and not an option. So saying two lovers in addition to the Divine Masculine. So with the Divine Masculine having affection for two lovers, there's automatic disconnect and is not an option. The Divine Masculine must set all three free instead of deliberating at the Y in the road. One, a disconnect in love, and the other, a disconnect of choice, taking your free will away. Except man has free will and God has free bliss. Man always has the free will to will away his free bliss. Until he reconnects with self, the universe will have its way with him. Just like the tiny ship was tossed, the ocean is much more powerful than it or he. Needing to express love in return but can't find the words, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Notre Dames, multiple, keeps more than one lady, right? There's more than one Notre Dame now. The Hunchback of Notre Dame keeps more than one lady, but shares them and their energy with everybody. He takes their energy and shares it with everyone, but yet he controls her heart. The jar of hearts, hoarding love, wanting all to share their hearts with his jovial nature, like him using it to be him, but he's not being his true self, his authentic self. So he's not sharing his heart with anyone, and he's being lonely. Just like the sham fam seems perfect on the outside, but very lonely place within. Roses and thorns to punish those who pick them, create boundaries for themselves naturally. Can only enjoy my gentle scent if you treat me kindly, or as in kind. Desert and candy doesn't constitute love, nor one date night a year, or loving your children above your partner. Put the mask on you first, and then care for your children. But don't enable them. Teach them to teach themselves. The effort is, coming up here, is the underlying energy, and beneath that, domestic harmony. Once you have your domesticity in harmony, go ahead and make the effort. Coming in with truth of a breakup of lovers, there's no affection. It doesn't resonate any longer. The King of Cups reversed feels disconnected. A poor Saturn placement, perhaps, as Saturn goes direct, allowing the fall with a smirk or tipsy smile on his face in La La Land, while the Knight of Pentacles is alert and on the lookout to offer their big gold coin along with their little animal friends helping, like Cinderella, only for the masculine. So cute. The mongoose on the lookout and the prairie dogs, the bunnies and the beetles and the ladybugs and the silkworms and the fern, open sandals and comfy socks, the barbershop quartet, 25-25 and 52-52, nuts and bolts, twisted pillars and lots of scissors or incisors, Moroccan blends of red and orange, and the moon out on display. The King of Cups reversed in a breakup, and two knights, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, are on the lookout. They're both upright. A new life with third-party surrender to a quest without option, only effort to be made, and number 13 comes up with that, the complete transformation. So recently is the Knight of Wands reversed, offering love to the past along with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups upright. But the Knight of Wands falling short, or feeling like they do, the Justice and or Libra energy, or divorce may be final, and the Queen of Cups reversed without options but to tell the truth. So the Queen of Cups reversed can just be someone who's crying and hurt, or it can be someone who's manipulative in nature because they've been hurt so much. There's divorce between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed due to the Queen of Pentacles offering love in the past, maybe a certain situation, conflicted by new information or clarity of lying, cheating, stealing, or just running away, feeling shame and guilt. And that came up at 139, which is the Magician and the Knight of Cups. Shame and guilt of wanting a new life, the masculine, with a third party perhaps, or the foundation of the Queen of Cups reversed, with their world now complete, in the end of the cycle, the sealed divine feminine third party through place of co-creation, working hard physically, but burdened by jealousy, insincerity, and refusal to give or be loved, surrendering to differences in religion, age, cultural differences, etc., issues with others at work, petty jealousies, manipulative or over-emotional, or feeling rejected by each other, the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed. Trying too hard not to be loved. So you know there's an issue when in order to be comfortable around someone, you have to try not to be loved. So that's a situation where you don't need to be, right? If you need to force yourself to not be loved when you naturally know you want to be loved, then there's an issue in that environment. Centrally is the two flames. But this is also reversed here. Detox of negative self-talk of the divine feminine, reaping rewards while silenced by the divine masculine, sitting in their truth without option and no one to hear it. If there is truth and no one to hear it, does it actually exist? You know, like the tree falling in the woods. The challenge being impatience to alchemize. The Queen of Wands taking or stealing or running from announcements of the truth that were held back, or verbal attacks that the Hermit brings to light or holds light over, an opportunity to get help when stuck in emotions without peace, or not a peaceful place to go to or return to. Taking another's ideas and running with it. No option, stuck without peace, in need of help, money, or an opportunity, and then sudden events, surprises or epiphanies, or third energy stolen away. The King of Wands suddenly seeing all that's going on with the Queen of Wands below, how the Queen of Wands has been manifesting with his tools, or that she intercepted information or messages that didn't belong to her, feeling justified, using DNA, hair strands, and that could definitely be a coven, so someone doing spell work, and the invisible man, or in other words, the divine masculine. He being her tool. New love, chaos, and detox of truth, out of sovereignty, sudden silence, negative self-talk or perceived lies, suffering, stressed, purging, what have I done? The gate is open, but there is no peace, no joy, and people partying too much, covens doing spells at the full moon, and gossip, no social life, or ending associations with certain groups who are verbally abusive or hold back the truth about the past. Now crowning is the Queen of Pentacles, the gold coin fading away. Someone standing in their truth no matter what, even though their coin is fading away, whether that's their money, energy, their time, or their Christ consciousness, right? Like starting to lose their hope because they're just standing there stubbornly, but in their truth they're grounded, but they're losing something along the way. Suddenly due to loving the shadow side of the masculine or themselves perhaps, suddenly burdened by carrying too much, night and day, day and night. You are the one. A new life, suddenly. The works become a burden. Working too hard day and night to start a new life, new love, and detox all at the same time. Clearly instability, or going to get hurt if you don't drop some of these burdens. Or somebody might be carrying too much in a move or traveling, carrying too much, I don't know what I write there. But carrying too much is bad, you know, it's a burden. Or just suddenly and happily moving, ending a marriage, or celebrating after. So it's either suddenly or happily moving, or ending a marriage, or ending a celebration after long deliberations, moving to a new life and a new love, memories of truth and grieving while grounding and integrating an offer of love in unbalanced situation. And this is at 203, the High Priestess and the Empress, which can reference the Divine Feminine and a mother, or the Divine Feminine and the Karmic, or the Karmic and a mother. In an imbalanced situation, the High Priestess sovereign feeling weak, in ego death, in negative self-talk, and suffering up nights over the King of Pentacles reversed, also weak and in need of courage. And I swear I just heard a cat meow. It might have just been people talking outside. But again, we're at 203, the High Priestess and the Empress. Deception suddenly, what have I done? With third party, gossip, overindulgences, all exposed, the lies, the truth held back, and verbal abuses. Soon, for the masculine, is the Empress reversed. The lack of abundance, or turn of fortune, of gossip and overindulgences, too much partying, or no social life, or just someone who's very mean, no joy, and uninspired, frustrated, and tantrums, negative self-talk, or child, or spying, mean, immature words of the Emperor reversed. So here where the Empress is reversed, the Emperor reversed is there as well, along with the Page of Swords, which could be a child, and the Page of Wands reversed. They're all reversed. So it's just reflecting, if the mother and father are both reversed and angry all the time, then the children are going to end up being the same way. They can't escape the environment, so they're unhappy. The goose not getting schooled, and maybe should be schooled, or unstable, or moving homes, or ending a marriage or celebration, so everyone unhappy, choosing the dark Y in the road and not moving, not choosing, leaving it all up in the air, in lack, or an ill parent, or really mean mom, aunt, or grandmother, or boss, always having tantrums and doesn't care about anyone else. Okay. Both the Emperor and the Empress are both reversed here. Never was peace. If there's no peace for the Emperor and Empress, because they're both reversed, then there's no peace for those children either. Or these can also just represent actions of the Emperor and the Empress. This reversed action. Temper tantrums and mean words, spying, immature words, uninspired, all of those things. And all of the addictions and codependencies come up. But the Empress may put on a good show by showing off a big heart in front of the world, yet not at home. They could be a whole different person. Or the Divine Masculine is the Three of Flames, living in the past, weak in ego death, or Leo out of control, or needing courage himself. The worst being over and letting go, but falling short on energy to follow through with the full transformation. There's depression or loss of hope here, broken down, on the warpath perhaps, or car issues or urgency issues, ambulance or urgent need for depression and guidance. Release your ex, separation comes up here very soon, and for the masculine, you deserve love, and the arrow is pointed right at the masculine. Around him is the Five of Swords reversed, laying down the swords after the war, the PTSD, to manifest and make magic, synchronicities and heaven in their eyes, to clear blocks of the journeying on, the release from anxiety and hanging out with the past child issues, or difficult child or children, or the past returning that may be difficult to face. Recovering with lover holding back the gold coin, the new life stubborn or resistant, not working or unable to work, or just resisting the fall, falling on faith, or fall from grace, or just lacking faith. Afraid to be seen as the fool. Spirituality, financial discipline, and health come up for the masculine, but even more so today is moderation and parenting. Defenselessness and unable to protect themselves, holding back a new life or money, the higher self exposing the grieving process of past verbal abuse and untruths that you endured, Divine Masculine, the King of Cups, recovering addict or recovering from the past. But he's upright here. The higher self grieving the past, frustrated by third energy. So that can be the High Priestess, could be the Divine Feminine, can be the secret held back. But this is coming up with grieving the past, frustrated by third energy, unhappiness, lack of satisfaction, about kids, Leo, or fall in exposure, just not satisfied. It's like the at 222, unhappy about the situation, whether it's kids, a Leo, or full exposure, just not satisfied. No wish granted. The King of Wands, Leo, who's upright here, may be embarrassed by grieving, exposed completely, pretending that all is well on the outside, and then having all of their, their secrets or personal information exposed. All right, so that's at 222 and 224. So that's the High Priestess and the Fool. So being afraid to make a fool of themselves. And then 2 and the 24 of the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. So the masculine's also fear of the Divine Feminine and the karmic meeting face to face. Falling from grace, unable to save face. The Queen of Wands stubborn, refusing to move or work. On strike, making him nuts. Both feel they're in the right in a divorce or spirituality outside the box. Clinging or in dark night, near-death experience, or dead tired, or just clinginess exposed, so they're embarrassed about that, or the Queen of Wands clinging to the marriage or divorce, or Taurus reversed and Leo upright, Pisces upright, Libra reversed, Aries reversed, Scorpio reversed, all of those energies right here. The High Priestess surrenders and walks away. The King of Swords reversed and disconnected, not seeing eye to eye, expressing feelings, or they are expressing a lot of energy back and forth and feelings in heated debates. The third energy of frustration, creative and sexual blocks, of deception and leading the way to success and good news, wanting to rise above, to perform the daily again for abundant family, family legacy, or dream family. And then I pulled some Kipper cards, and we got concern around a false person, or they could be the one wearing the mask, of the mature man, the message, and the family room, which is empty. The lovers, and then the main female thoughts is the man thinking about the main female, and then the adjudication of this, or someone in court, whether it be marriage or divorce. And then the bottom card here in the pyramid was just all about the change in all of this. So there's no joy with the Queen of Cups reversed, crying and surrendering to the past to end the war, falling short of energy without option or out of options, the challenge being impatience, anger, the fallen angel, lack, mean mother, ill mother, and leading the way with good news, the Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, frustrated by third energy or creative blocks, lacking faith, and the Queen of Wands being stubborn bull, refusing to move or work. No joy or the party's over, falling short or holding back passions. The Queen of Cups reversed with no choice, with the Queen of Pentacles standing strong, allowing money or gold coin to fade away, challenged by impatience. On both parts, perhaps. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles, and their Empress reversed, all living in the past in lack. The war is over, but people dealing with PTSD, and that's where all that anger is coming up and frustration here. But the good news is coming through the higher self and the abundant family. So make sure to stay connected and let the abundance flow. So it's saying, when it comes right down to it, it's about staying connected to your higher self. That's your abundance. And anything that's not love is a block to abundance. All right, so we're going to switch to the 12 cards, but I'm going to show you the 12 cards. I did just identify the different signs today. I didn't do all the others today, but Capricorn was upright and reversed, as well as Aries, Leo, Libra, and Scorpio were upright and reversed. Cancer is completely reversed. Gemini completely upright. Aquarius was completely reversed. Virgo completely upright, as well as Pisces. Taurus and Sag were both completely reversed. All right. So I'm going to show you around the cards, and then we'll look at the 12 cards. 12 signs. So here's that Three of Cups in the underlying energy. Recent past is the Adept of Flames. Here's the Queen of Chalices, or the Sage of Chalices, in the Sirius and Sophia deck. And the clarifying cards, you have the World and the Three of Pentacles there. And then you have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Ten of Wands there. Centrally is the two flames and the challenge being alchemy. The other underlying energies here with those two knights. And that's where the King of Cups was reversed. But you see in the rest of the read, he's actually upright. Crowning there is the Queen of Pentacles, being very proud. And then the Empress there, but she's actually come up and clarified as reversed energy here. The masculine sees himself as the Three of Flames there with all the romance angel cards. And then around him is that Five of Swords, which is also reversed, so that's good, ending the war. But again, PTSD issues are coming up. The Six of Flames is there as the blocks that need to be cleared, having to do with getting attention, being in the spotlight, success and good news, leading the way, being the leader. And then we end up on the higher self with the Ace of Flames there, but that's reversed, so it represents containing your third energy, but also frustrations. And then the Starseed is above that, also reversed like the Fool. The Queen of Wands is above that. You see her light extending up, but she is upright. And then the Knight of Pentacles above her is reversed. So it's like her coming up, her stubbornness, her resistance, her refusal to move or work. And then we end up on that 10 of Pentacles up there. Then we have the 12 cards. I haven't put the underlying energies up top yet. But we start here on the left with Aries going across down to Pisces all the way to the right. And then the closing cards, which we'll get to in a minute. All right, so let's get to the 12 cards here. And I will pick them all up so you'll see all the cards that are in each pile. So I've put down 3 cards each for each of the signs. This is the underlying energy for fire signs, so that'll go up top there is the Queen of Pentacles. So then this would, the Sun reversed is going to be for earth signs up top. Then we have air signs is the 8 of Cups reversed. And then the Queen of Cups is for water signs. So that looks like water signs has the nicest energy up top. Let's see what that all means. So we are going to, I have the Rider-Waite big deck down there, and then I have the Kipper deck. This is the Kipper deck. And the underlying energies for Kipper is the Gift, which is beautiful. So it's behind that. We have the Coffin, so the end of something. Doesn't have to be a death. All right, and that has to do with the community, a gift of ending and transformation from the community. But next to that, we also have Interference, which is the 8 of Swords. All right, so it looks like interference is a blessing in disguise because we have the Gift right next to that. And this is the Kipper deck. I'm sorry, the Thoth deck. All right. So the underlying energy is grounding and integrating this offer of love, maybe feeling bored or apathetic to what they're being offered. And then we have the Queen of Cups, though. She's perfectly satisfied with doing what she's doing. She's happy and nurturing and loving and intuitive. And then sitting with the feelings, not walking away, feeling into the uncomfortable feelings, because knowing she has to feel into the pain to allow it to release as opposed to running away from it. So the Sun reversed can just be feeling drained. It can be draining children. It could be just kids who are sick, who have colds and runny noses. It can be someone who's overexposed, over-radiated, sunburned, or just burned in general. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. She could just be ungrounded at least, and then at worst, she could be someone who's greedy and all about money. So let's see what's coming up first for the fire signs. So we're shuffling the mini Rider-Waite for Aries. We're going to do the fire sign column first, so all about the Queen of Pentacles reversed and why she's ungrounded. Or maybe she's just lost a little money. It could be something as simple as that. Could even be lost, $5 or something. Or it could be much worse than that. But let's see what it is for everybody. And we'll pull a final card at the end, too. I might pull something from my Oracle deck, since I haven't done that in a while. The High Priestess is reversed for Aries, and the Toil and Labor, and then we have the Queen of Swords. I like the colors in this, though, very much. Because this is all about, the blues and the greens of the heart to the throat chakra, but it's very peaceful energy. This can either be someone not using their intuition at work, and they're working too hard. They're not happy if they're working this hard, right? But the Queen of Swords, she's got a lot of kind of the energies of the High Priestess in the blues, being more peaceful and cold and truthful, but there needs to be more love there, right? She's not showing her heart. She's protecting herself because she's in mourning. So that kind of energy brings her into that you know, you have to work for somebody else, right? Because you don't believe in yourself. This is someone either not using their intuition, or their secret is out, and someone may be, you know, protective at work because the secret is out, or there's some kind of passion going on at work, but secretive. So let's see what else comes up with Aries about this. It's more about the work, though, because I'm not seeing a man in this energy, although this could be the man who's not using their intuition. And there could be someone at work. See, if this is the man not using his intuition about somebody at work, or that his secret's out about somebody at work. But it can go both ways. We could have two women here too, because we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords upright. So they may not be getting along at work. So there may be some issues. So why does Aries have these cards? Why is there issues here with toil and labor, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles reversed? All right, so this came right out. So for Aries, we have someone who's not satisfied. They're unhappy where they're working, or they're just unhappy with their situation. But we have an offer of love here to all of these different things. If this person has all of these things they could do that they love to do, but they're not. They're doing something else. But it looks like they are actually in the middle of transition, moving from what they're unsatisfied with and moving to this now. Or this is somebody who's unsatisfied, and this is someone they're watching. They're watching this person offer love to all these other people, but why not them? Why are they getting left out? Because they're in lack mentality. It could be that very much as well. Like, this is definitely feeling envious or jealous of all the others. Why do they get all the offers? This could be of love or jobs at work or the better projects at work. And this person feeling left out. Or this person being false and offering love when they really don't like any of this, right? It's a false illusion of this. They're really unhappy, but they're pretending to like it because they have to at work. But there's a lot of beautiful, positive energy here, where in the past you didn't get your wish, but now you're changing things because you're going to be love and offer your love to all of these other loving things in order to become unconditional love. So it's really learning to come out of the swords energy and lack energy, ungroundedness, to be love, how to make that transition to love, which is really beautiful, and express your feelings back and forth. So I like that. By using your intuition and staying connected, right? And this is very, this is very mournful, sorrowful energy. It's like the war widow, who has to work very hard and is never happy, except she doesn't. She's only limited by her own thoughts and expectations, and so is the Queen of Pentacles up top. She's ungrounded because she's just not connected to her higher self. She's not believing in herself fully. So why do we have Leo here? We have the Three of Swords, despair, and abundance reversed. So they all match. All right, someone's unhappy because they have a broken heart, or separation, or hurt feelings, or heart issues. Somebody's maybe worried about their heart, but there's some kind of lack. Okay, it doesn't have to be money. It can be anything, love, spirituality. But this person's in desperate need. Maybe there's no money, and they're worried about being able to take care of their family or themselves, or it's just about a love relationship. This could be the masculine disconnected from the Queen of Pentacles up above, or it could be the Empress here, who's in lack, or somebody's mother who's sick. Okay, so let's see what's coming up for Leo. Somebody's ungrounded. It may be something as simple as ungroundedness, but they're seeing it as much worse. That could be an issue too. Why do we have the Three of Swords? All right, this is coming up. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and then here's that Nine of Cups reversed, which can be arrogance as well. So this could be someone who's really tired, ill, or really pissed off. Okay, or ungrounded, Just if she's a fire sign, because she could be ungrounded because we have the Queen of Pentacles up top, or there's two ungrounded women, but it was destined to happen, and leaving everyone unsatisfied, right? So if you deal with more of stuff you don't like, you're destined to come out here with no satisfaction on either side. This could also just be arrogance, okay? But either way, it's destined. Someone's destined to be schooled. There's definitely issues between the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands reversed where nobody wins, okay? When two people are reversed, nobody wins because you each have to connect with your higher self and make yourself happy. And then everybody wins, and that will turn upright, you see? And then we go into all those beautiful energies, okay? So it's like Aries is just a step ahead of Leo, and they could be the same person or connected. And then we have Sagittarius. The moon is in deception, or this could be the early morning hours or the new moon, but we're just past the full moon. We're not really close to there yet. But this has to do with occupation and the Strength card reversed. So feeling weak, or this could be ego death as well. All right, so in this card, Strength is number 9 in this deck, so that's kind of interesting. So Strength is 9 of Wands. It's like the Wounded Warrior reversed, so the surrender. It's like letting go of the occupation that you're deceiving yourself about, or they're deceiving you, right? They're promising you more money, but you're never going to get it. This is about the deception we tell ourselves, or that we allow ourselves to live with and stay ungrounded, okay? And this definitely connects with the Queen of Pentacles up top, because she's not living in her full abundance. She's allowing herself to either work at a job she doesn't like, or to allow people to manipulate her and lie to her at work. And she's surrendering now. So that's a Sagittarius. Let's see what else is coming up for Sagittarius. All right, so Sagittarius is moving to a more peaceful place. Away from, getting like this is away from the prison here. It's like the prisoner, she may be trapped right now, or he, but no matter whether she's trapped for now or not, getting away from this situation when she can until she can be completely free, but she's going to speak her own truth. Even if she's tied up like this, she still has her mouth and she can speak her truth about the deception going on here. So not being afraid to leave allows you to be free to speak the truth, because you don't care if someone tries to fire you, you'll quit before they do that. All right, and that turns her upright because she's reversed up top. So it's about speaking your truth no matter what, not staying in situations that don't make you happy. So let's go over to the Earth now. I'm sorry if I'm still out of breath. I was running just before this. Sorry. Okay. Then we have Earth signs. We have the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus, but there's also bad health, and the Princess of Discs, which is like the Page of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So someone who needs help or an opportunity or money or a need to learn, like they'll never learn, so they're sick because they never do what's right for their health. So it doesn't have to be something serious, and it can be just depression as well, staying in bed, but it is destined. So Taurus, maybe because they get sick so they can meet, because this has come up as these two having an affection for each other. Right? So someone might have gotten sick, so it can go both ways. Someone's in the hospital and meets somebody there, or someone goes to someone who cares for them, and that was destined to happen, so they would meet. So if somebody in need, sometimes when there's bad health, it's because of destiny, because you're supposed to learn from that bad health to share with others, or to meet somebody else. So it's saying there may always be a reason, but there's illness there at the top of the column. So it's all about health, which Earth signs have a lot to do with physical health. And there's illness here, or just feeling drained, and feeling drained, lack of energy, is illness in itself. And Spirit's connecting with me. So let's see what's coming up for Taurus besides that. Okay, so Taurus gets the same. Again, staying in this illness situation only as long as they can, but finding peace whenever they can in the meantime, and learning to speak their truth to release them from the illness. Okay, to the people who are deceiving them. Okay, whatever's making them sick, because there's always a reason for illness. So again, grounding themselves. And here's that Page of Pentacles again. So this person grounding themselves so they can help then this person give them a hand up, because she can't give them a hand up until she's upright. Okay, and that can reference your kids as well. You're no good to your kids unless you get yourself well. So that could be Taurus, where the Taurus mother or father, whatever the energy is coming up as, is sick, one or the other, but only because they were putting everybody else first instead of themselves. So it's time to put yourself first and then take care of your kids. And don't enable them. Let them take care of themselves as much as they can, depending on their age. You shouldn't be coddling them at any age. You should only be showing them how they can help themselves. And that's what makes them healthier people. All right, so then we have Virgo. We have Virgo Hierophant, message of concern, and then power, which is like the Four of Discs or Four of Pentacles. So it's reversed. So that's in a way is releasing the power, like thinking you have control, because that Four of Pentacles holding on to things. This is releasing the power in order to correct things, allowing the universe to automatically correct the energies or the imbalance. So, and any concern is lack. I mean, that's fear. So any message of concern puts you into a lack mentality. So it's to let go of that kind of fear, right? Knowing that everything is well in each moment. This is commitment to yourself. It can be commitment to anything, commitment to marriage. It can be a Taurus person, religion, a religious leader, or just the establishment, the patriarchy. It has to do with all of those kind of staples or tradition. So let's see what this has to do with. This has to do with draining energies, right? So the patriarchy, the old ways may be draining people. There's a message of concern that things need to be let go of in order to be repaired. Okay, so whether it has to do with a church or an establishment, a workplace, or the marriage, right? It's in a state of disrepair. Or it could be a Taurus person who receives a message of concern and needing to let go of something, or something that needs more money and they don't have a lot right now. But being willing to let go, feeling physically drained. Maybe they don't feel like they have the energy to take care of that. So what's coming up for Virgo? Okay, so walking away and going within. Someone feeling silenced or not in their truth, or just negative self-talk. Or it could be someone who's verbally abusive as well. So someone's, you know, kind of walking away from this. They're not dealing with that anymore. And this is learning to implement a new plan. Like if you're silenced, that you then need to change the plan. You know, that's not good. Or this verbally abusive person wants to go make a new project here, and this person's saying, no way, I'm not dealing with you because you're verbally abusive. Right? So this is the message of concern. I'm not interested. See you later. Okay? So it's like someone walking away. Maybe this is the person who always ends up getting dumped on at work or at home. Expecting, all right? So here's someone to save the day, someone who's in their truth, implementing a new plan to... This could actually be him walking away from her because they look like they're partners, right? Whether it's partners at work, siblings, or marital couple. But, you know, walking away and not dealing with that, not allowing them to pull their energy down, them standing in their truth and dropping the burdens and letting the others raise to theirs, surrendering, okay? So it's saying don't lower yourself to the other people's energies. Allow them to come up to yours, even when you're feeling drained. Don't let them take more. All right, then we have Capricorn. They are very pleased with themselves. Mature woman and Prince of Cups. That's like the Page of Cups. So this is really beautiful energy. This could be a child or innocent love. But this is being very happy on their own, even if they have a child. This could be her inner child or a child with her, and they're very happy. This energy is very loving. And this one's very pleased with themselves. They don't need anyone else. But she could be drained by the child. There's the sun reversed, so she could be good, but she may feel drained at times from the kids. So, you know, it could be a delicate balance here for Capricorn. Although, ultimately, it's very good. So let's see why does Capricorn have these energies? A lot of feminine stuff coming up in the cards today here. All right, so not bad. So it's beautiful energy. This can be the kids or it can be the twins coming together in that beautiful, loving, nurturing energy. Also mothering your twin, whether it's in the etheric realms, right? If they are very wounded and they need help. This also can be controlling your third energy with your twin, right? Not just giving it away freely or feeling frustrated, you know, pulling up your third energy, recycling it into your heart, using it for creative endeavors, but also feeling frustrated. Those anger issues may come up with that, creative and sexual frustration or blocks. But there's mostly beautiful energy here. It's just when you get tired, when your energy gets drained, then you get triggered in this way because you're tired. So just know that about yourself so that you will, you won't allow yourself to be triggered next time. All right, so as soon as you go from this energy into this energy, this is feeling like a failure, then you get all depressed, right? Those are the blocks to abundance, because this is very abundant here. So just watch the energy. For the earth signs, it's all about monitoring your energy, so making sure you keep your health good. Exercising, eating right, drinking enough water, all of those things, but spiritual practice every day as well. All right? Not holding back your truth and not allowing verbal abuse in your life either. Right? So it could be wealthy family that verbally abuses you because they know they have power over you, because they don't want disconnect from the wealth. So don't allow people to control you in that way. All right, that you have your own abundance. Your happiness is your abundance, no matter what. So for air signs at the top, we have that 8 of Cups reversed. So not walking away and dealing with the difficult emotions, but feeling into the pain to allow them to release in that way. We have the 3 of Cups, which is come together, celebrating. Could be a party. Could be just friends getting together. But we have poverty here. And then the Queen of Wands is reversed. So with the poverty card, I'm not getting really so much anger here. It's just really exhaustion. So this is someone so tired. Maybe there's too much of a good thing. And someone is so drained from too much of it. I'm not getting overindulgences here, though. But maybe it's just not the right kind of happiness. Like this group doesn't really resonate with them, although they're good people. In essence, they don't like the same things. And this stuff makes them exhausted. So it's about finding a new group to be in, okay? And that's coming up for Gemini. They're feeling impoverished by this. Even though it's in essence good, it's not right for them, so it's time to walk away. But they're not. And that's what was draining them. All right, so let's see what's going on for Gemini other than that. All right, so here's Gemini. We have deception, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles. So this could be an opportunist. So she's upright. She doesn't look like the deception. This person could be a child too, trying to get one over on their mom to get more money and stuff like that. So there's definitely deception here. She needs to stand in her truth, or even though she's a good group or good person, this person may not resonate with her. So they need to go it on their own. So whether they're an opportunist or they just need they are in need of help or assistance or an opportunity, but maybe not something this person can give them because they're just different than them. Or this is the person they can learn from and had to get away from this deceptive group over here. But there's some kind of deception going on here that Gemini needs to walk away from. And again, it doesn't have to be something bad. It could just be that you don't like the same things that this group or children or whatever it is that you're hanging out with. And it creates separation or heartbreak. Or maybe that, your kids want something different from you, or you want something different from your kids, so it splits you up. You have to send them to their fathers. That kind of stuff is coming up with Gemini as well. Then we have Libra. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Great fortune in that. And again, this just could be controlling the third energy. Great fortune and then debauchery. So be careful when you have this. This could be, indiscriminately having sex with everybody, right? So you think that you're having great fortune, but what happens when you spread your seed all over the place, what happens after that. So that can lead to other things. But ultimately, this is like a mixed bag right here, because this could be beautiful. There could be some frustrations here, but ultimately you have great fortune. You can do anything you want. But if there's no love here, is life really worth it? Okay? Do you want the money and no love? Or, do you want to be happy? So there's some frustration and needing to deal with pain, not wanting to walk away from something, not wanting to walk away from this and the debauchery, but needing to because there's no love. So this is inner turmoil because you can't reconcile it with yourself. This is Libra. So it's coming up. Let's see what comes up for Libra. Again, and the need to you know, just kind of not sitting well with self right now. Okay, we have the Hermit here, shedding light on the situation. Up nights or needing to rise above. Stubbornness. This could be people on strike. It could be someone being resistant, refusing to work or move, or people disabled, unable to work or move, but having to rise above the situation. This could be a professional too, taking care of other people. And if it is a professional, is your job worth it if there's no love in it? But it's your stability and lots of money or perks come along with the job. But if there's no love, can you rise above? And what happens when all of a sudden people aren't supporting you there? Then what? Or when you aren't able to work anymore because of your own disabilities or you get too old, then what? Everything will fall, and then there'll be clarity. It's clear when you get hurt. Maybe someone gets hurt. Maybe a Libra got hurt, to make it clear to them what's important in their life and what they can actually sustain or not sustain in order to choose their new path. So that could be a blessing in disguise too. Like feeling imprisoned so you know what it's like. Maybe it's just like someone falling or getting hurt to now be in the position where they're in the position of people that they used to not be good to, or they looked down on. They thought they were better than somebody else. And now all of a sudden they're put into that same position of being the patient and needing to be taken care of. That happens all the time when people get old. So they need to learn a new lesson. Page of Cups reversed for Aquarius. And then we have the family room, which is empty, and then success. So this could be someone spoiled who's like, yes, I finally got rid of them all, right? Okay. Or this could be feeling rejected, and this is the look of success. Like they have all of this. They have this beautiful home. They have everything they need there, except there's nobody in it. Is that really success? So that's what Aquarius needs to reconcile here and why they're in uncomfortable emotions today. So what do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. So this is, again, these are all abundance blocks coming up. If there's no love, there's abundance block, okay? All right, so for Aquarius, we have the angel and patience, but maybe this is someone being too patient because there may be people stealing for them. Or this person's always running back to them when they need it. When they leave home, because they're not happy there, they run to you. They take from them to run to you and then go back and then run. So it's back and forth, whether it's a marriage or a workplace, but someone who takes advantage. So whether you're Aquarius who's doing this and taking advantage of these two people, or this is just one situation where you keep leaving and coming back, right? Doing whatever you want. You know, maybe separating in a marriage, you can go out and have sex with other people or do what you want. And then when you're bored of that, you come back for the security of the money there. So that could definitely be coming up for Aquarius. Okay. Or having patience with your children at home. But there's, you know, this is empty here. There's an empty home here. So are you going to put up with this, allowing people to just, you know, steal your heart like that? Keep going back and forth. You're good enough for me today, but tomorrow you never know. Well, think about it. Okay, so there's definitely some uncomfortable feelings here. There's no love here. Okay, there's stability. There may be intellectual property being stolen as well. This could also be someone may feel like their intellectual thoughts or properties are being stolen in the etheric realms by the angels, whether it be the divine masculine or feminine, because they connect in that way and they don't really get the connection yet. And here's a death or total transformation. This could be union and dark night crossing the 4D bridge as well. Trying to get away, but actually moving forward with it. So there's a lot of like vacillation energy for all the signs today. Feeling a little confused or stuck in emotions. Then we have the water sign column, which is topped by the Queen of Cups, which is very loving and nurturing, intuitive energy. We have the Two of Swords, being in your knowing or pretending not to know, protecting your heart and pretending to be blind, right? Ignorance is bliss. the main male, and defeat, but it's reversed. So no defeat. I was just getting the wishbone there too. It's the shape of a star. So maybe defeat's reversed. Maybe a decision was overturned for the main male. Maybe he was holding his breath in a decision and it got overturned, whether that's for the good or the bad. But the Queen of Cups up top there is positive energy. And I'm not seeing any negative energy here. But this decision might have gotten overturned, and he may be pretending not to know. Or she may be pretending not to know. Or they're just all in their knowing. So it just depends. Let's see what comes up for Cancer. This is for Cancer. Why do we have no defeat? And is that actually a win? We have the main man. I can't remember. All right. We have the main man and the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So what's up with Cancer there? I need to know. I need to know. Do they need to know more? All right, so those Cups energies are coming up. So there is an offer of love to heaven in their eyes, maybe wanting to add to all of this bliss that's already there in order to go from the Knight of Cups to unconditional love. Somebody wants to make the full transformation. So they may have chosen not to do this, and now they're turning around like an eclipse of the heart, and they're coming around and expressing their feelings. This is Cancer. This is beautiful. We have the Queen of Cups at the top, which is the missing piece here. Wow, Cancer, that's pretty beautiful. Wow, look. Cancer, that's really nice. I think Aries and Leo were headed that way as well. So I'm going to leave that. That's really good, Cancer. Scorpio, we have 2 Pentacles being juggled. The juggler, he can be performing. He could be just doing the daily grind. He could be trying to sidestep things. But we have the Child and the Death card. So this could represent a miscarriage. I'm sorry if someone's experienced that. I understand how you feel. I've gone through that before. It could be the death of a child. But I'm getting more transformational, you know, because this is about getting back in the saddle again, getting back to the daily grind, especially if you've broken some of these patterns recently and this fell over. Could be a whistleblower as well. Could be a child who blew the whistle on somebody else, and because of that, there's complete transformation here. But it's very loving energy with the Queen of Cups up top, so somebody could have lost a child, but it could have been something from the past as well that they're just thinking about, missing a child that they lost. Or it could be that they just don't live with them anymore, right? So they grew up and left, so there's just transformation of the cycle. This also can represent the inner child or the divine feminine, going through the transformation and getting back into her manifestation, you know, doing the work that she loves, what she loved to do as a child, and making that complete transformation. Let's see what else comes up for Scorpio, though. And that's very much Scorpio energy with the Death card there, and with the Queen of Cups up top. So why does Scorpio have those energies? I mean, this fell out. All right, so Angel, so somebody might have passed, a child might have passed, whether it was a miscarriage or actual passing. Maybe stolen away too soon. Or it could be someone kidnapped as well. Right? Looks like somebody might have kidnapped them. Or for me, it's just more of someone passed too soon. You know, their life was taken too early. Because we have the Death card again here. This could have been, too, that the house is a death trap. It might have caused illness for someone. Or again, something was stolen from the house. Somebody's child might have been taken. Or maybe somebody was robbed, or there might have been a murder or something like that. But I'm not getting like even though this is such an awful card normally to have, I'm not getting like, you know, really awful stuff going on. I'm getting like just someone taken too soon. Which obviously is awful for the person who's going through that. But I'm not getting like violence. That kind of stuff is what I mean. I'm kind of getting like someone died peacefully in their sleep, whether it's a child or not. It could just be someone who was very childlike as well. Or it just has to be, could be end of something. It doesn't have to be a death. It can just be an ending to a situation. You know, living with the child, whatever it is. We have mother and child here. It's very much about mother and child energy, that bond between them. You know, just feeling that if, you know, your child grew up and left the house, it could just be feeling that, you know, the empty nest syndrome as well. Or feeling rejected. We have the Page of Cups reversed coming up here too. Or living in the past. This could have been something that happened a long time ago that somebody's just reviewing to go forward in their life. You know, something they've held on to for a long time. Then we have Pisces, the Fool reversed with the Lovers. So somebody's falling in love or feeling like a fool for love. And the Sun's reversed. So they could be feeling like this is depleting them. But not necessarily bad here, unless they're being a fool in love. The lover may be draining them because they're not giving as much as, you know, the other person. Yeah. And there could be a third-party situation or overindulgences involved or just their own hang-ups about things. So we have the Fool reversed again here. So it's about awakening to the fact that you're just a goner, right? You've really fell in love. Or that this person maybe may have some issues of overindulgences or gossiping or third party on the side. Someone awakened to the fact that they've been a fool. Or just really drained by them. This could just be their addictions. It could just be, you know, family codependencies too, of the way they were raised, not able to let go of the ideas of this relationship. Maybe their love partner doesn't fit the mold of their family, and so that person's getting drained because they're not willing to do everything with them because their family doesn't agree with them. That kind of energy. All right, but here's the Queen of Wands. So she might be mad or just totally drained with the Sun reversed. Just feeling drained by the situation, but awakening to it, to whatever issues are here, okay? Ultimately, will be for the best. So hang on there. So let's see what else. We end up here with the bottom of the deck being the Ace of Cups reversed, all right? So either you need to purge and let it out to reset, or maybe just push to your emotional limits. Somebody could be being drained of fluids, or throwing up, or dumped, or just feeling overwhelmed at the moment. And it could just be a temporary, you know, fleeting feeling, needing to process some emotions that are old. So again, we have the card. I always pull a card from the deck for everybody. So we got Sudden Wealth, but I wanted to pull another card, but we got Pathway. So it's Sudden Wealth on the Pathway, and you have 777s there, as well as the 11 and 35 is like the Wounded Warrior, Mary Magdalene energy. And then from the Thoth deck, we got the Knight of Dis reverse, which is that stubborn energy, which came up in the read as the Queen of Wands, like refusing to move, or someone becoming disabled to learn how they treat other people. And then the Princess of Wands is reversed also. There's a lot of stubborn, having temper tantrums issues here, and this could be strike energy as well. So there's a lot of defiance here. You know, just saying, I want, just like it came up in the read. So the other cards that summarize the columns here for fire signs, we have dysfunctional family or loss of money or loss of a family member. But either way, there's issues, and they could be connected to money, but it could just be practical ways too. But there was abundance here. But not feeling abundant right now, or lost a lot of money, or lost a family member, or a marriage to that family, okay? So this is the bottom of the earth signs, which is being present, that all that you need and all that you are is in the present moment. There's nothing out there. It's just desert out there. There's no outcome out there. It's just in your present moment what's important. Feeling imprisoned, feeling tied up. This could be being imprisoned, but also anxiety issues, feeling like your hands are tied in a situation. And that was for air signs. And then we have water signs. And could be honored. They can be having some kind of ceremony at a church or a creative place, school, work, whatever it is. or just coming together at work, and a really symbiotic combination of people. So this could be working really well together. So some kind of loss here with family or dysfunction or issues that need to be worked on, staying in the present moment, even though your hands are tied right now. There may be something good in your life right now, which could be a work situation or a creative situation or a ceremony that you're excited about. So there's always something good. Focus on what's going on in your life that's really positive. Then we have the Hermit reverse, which can be mental disease and things like that, but it also can be over-isolating, but then coming out now after you've gained your wisdom. But then the King of Swords is reversed and not in his truth, so he might have fallen off the wagon as far as being in his truth. Or this could be somebody who's verbally abusive, or they're dealing with mental disease here. It could be a man with getting Alzheimer's, right, who becomes abusive, or maybe he's had too many concussions and now has a syndrome or PTSD, all right? So all of those things of post-war are coming up here about sometimes they're not being verbally abusive because they mean to, but they might actually have a disease process that's going on. But we end up at the end with the truth, which ultimately is always the best thing, because we can't deal with it until we know the truth. All right, was there something else? I was going to pull you maybe an oracle card, so let's see what we have here. What time is it? 1:60. All right. So let's see what comes up overall. I'm going to pull from the past life deck, okay? Okay. This is for everybody watching. The best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Father, Sophia. Let's remove all negative energy from all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of concern, and fill the empty spaces with only beautiful, organic love and diamond light. And so it is. For the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Okay, so that came out right away. Let's see, we have a couple more to count here. Let's see. Is that it? That's it. Okay, turn this one a little bit so you can see. All right, so the bottom of the deck is here, is Greco-Roman. I just want you to get the energy there. Okay, so it's like over the Colosseum with the sun breaking through, over all of the damage and wounding that was done there. Right, the PTSD of the Colosseum, that's big. And these all came out just for me to count. But the top card I usually take a look at, which is spirituality and religion. Opening a book, but also opening your hands. You notice he has got his ring on the right hand, not the left. And making sure to see the light. Okay, whatever resonates with you. And the card that came out is purple. Wow, look how purple that is. The High Priest or Priestess, but it's reversed. So maybe you need to take a time out from helping others, okay, to help yourself, to reconnect. There's so much purple here. It's very much about, you know, the third eye going into the crown. Don't forget to heal yourself first. The adult taking care of themselves before the children. I'm getting the same thing here. The healer, heal thyself before you heal others, is really what I'm getting. It's so much time, you know, in the fall of repair. To take care of yourself, let your body heal. You might want to go outside too and just lay in the grass. And stop, you know, it's so much energy to put out and heal. Like, just make sure to take care of yourself. I'm actually talking to myself as well. All right, now we have the Journey of Love. I'll pull you a card, and then that will be it. All right, so Journey of Love for this September 2019. For the best and highest good of all this concern, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Journey of Love. The Journey of Love. September 19, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Take a deep breath, you guys. Okay, wow. Keep it simple. That was simple. It came right out. Number 4 is the Emperor, so be logical and reasonable with yourself. Keep it simple. I get like a mouse and a piggy here, and the bird, and one blade of grass. Keep it simple. It's very white, and it's not black and white, but black, white, and green. Keep it heart-based, the 4th chakra. Let's see if there's any cards, and I'll read that to you as well. All right, so the bottom of the deck is here, the Blood Dance, 42. Let me move my thumb so you can see the whole card. That's the underlying energy, and then the cards that fell out, they have to just count, and there's only 4 cards, so again, 4. And we got quarter, 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 quarter in the read today as well. So the 4 quarters, the 4 corners of the world as well. So we have Loving All That Is, the 22, the Fool. Then we have Dance of the Planets, which is 56, the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing. And this is the one I see with Linda McCartney and Paul McCartney walking on a record together. So it's really cool. Then we have 62 of that Prison, that 8 of Swords, the choice. It's always your choice to stay in the prison or not. And then Heaven is 70, which is the 2 of Pentacles, which is performing. And also in the Seer and Starseed deck, it's the Surrender. And we have Heaven there, Heaven on Earth. So loving all that is, the dance of the planets and the dance within, the choice that we make, whether to be a stay in prison or not, and then allowing ourselves to feel heaven or bliss, heaven on earth. It's saying to just keep it simple. So let's read this one, see what it says here. I'm getting connection. All right, let's see, 44. All right, Simplicity says, bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer. Love, trust, have faith, be patient. Wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything's going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way, meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. It simply states there is peace for one whose heart is open. All right, so that came up in the read as well, to make sure no matter what, even to your worst enemy, to keep your heart open, because nobody can resist love ultimately. Just like the horse trainer and the horse, sometimes it takes time to calm them down. But ultimately, if you keep persisting in love, it will always bring others around. Rise and be love, you guys. Make sure to drink your water, get your rest, enjoy, and take care of your health, guys. Rise and be love. Bye.